that you drew from this game tonight?
Just being disciplined. I think defensively, made up a few coverages out there on the floor. We couldn't follow the game plan, as good as we needed to. We said with Michael Porter Jr., no catch and shoot threes. He's shooting 48% from three. We give him 4 or 5 of them, I think. So just all the little things, the small things that we just got to, continue to keep being detailed and understanding what we're trying to do.
Thanks. We will go next to Jonathan Gaddis.
Yes, that's you.
Hey, Coach. What would you say you saw from Kawhi as far as him returning after missing a few games? And early on, he was kind of aggressive there, and then kind of just, slowed down there the second half.
Can you say it again, please? I couldn't really hear you.
Sorry about that. But just what did you see from Kawhi tonight? He was aggressive there that first quarter, and then, kind of just that second half overall just didn't really get hot.
Yeah, I don't know if it was fatigue or what. I just thought he really eased into it. He didn't play at his normal pace of, attacking and getting to the basket like he usually does. So, having played in, 9 or 10 games, that's to be expected, but it's just good having him back on the floor, and we just build from there.
Thanks. We'll go next to Law.
Hey, Ty, this is really this is the only game team plays in a 5-day span. Obviously, not the result that you wanted. How do you anticipate spending the next couple days and getting ready to finish the season the way that you need this team to finish?
Off.
Thanks. We will go next to Sabrina.
Hey, Ty. I'm curious what made this a Patrick Patterson matchup in the first half, and then why you chose to change to DeMarcus in the second half.
Pat has been our backup 5, for a while, and because like I said, we're just still trying to learn the defense and the offense. But he's just a player, so forget all the plays and everything. Just get him on the floor. He makes things happen. I thought he got physical with Joker. I thought he was able to post and do some good things on the block for us. So in the second half, I just had my mind made up that I was going to play Cuz a little bit and just see how it looks. Just for us going forward.
Next, we'll go to Miriam.
Hey, Ty, how good was Rondo keeping you guys in it today?
Rondo was good, just pushing the pace. I think, knocking down some shots, getting to the basket, and just playing with pace, pushing the basketball. So, I thought he did a good job. And the more and more he gets acclimated to what we're trying to do, the better off, it's going to be for us.
On the broadcast, they were saying that he sort of addressed the team before the game today, and sort of about energy and stuff. Is that I guess he went and did it then as well?
Yeah, he just look at this as a game for us, just see where we're at. And like I said, it was just good to get Kawhi back on the floor, and just kind of go from there. Just continue to keep building off what we've seen tonight.
Next, we'll go to Cam.
Hey, good evening, Coach. You kind of mentioned it a couple of times. Do you see this as more of a game where you just kind of enjoy Kawhi being back and get him in rhythm versus the kind of a not quite a statement game, but just kind of see where you are measured up against the Nuggets?
Yeah, just getting Kawhi back, get him back to, playing. He hasn't played in a few weeks. Get a chance to look at Cousins, see how he plays against Joker, which I thought he did a great job. And, getting Rondo, bring him further along as well. So just getting our guys back, just, tinkering with different rotations and seeing how it looks and who plays well together. And tonight was the first start of that. And hopefully we get Pat Beverly back soon.
And Batum, he went scoreless, and he did a lot of things, but it didn't have a huge impact in the game. Is that some of that because of the tinkering that you're doing, or just he kind of being out of rhythm?
Yeah, it could have something to do with it, but he turned down a couple of shots too that we need him to take. He's a 40% 3-point shooter. When he catches the ball, he needs to let it ride, let it fly. So, just like I said, just everybody just trying to find a rhythm and playing with different guys and different rotations, and that's to be expected. But it was just good to see Cousins come on the floor and play the way he played. Rondo, and like I said, just getting Kawhi back, was huge for us. So it's a good step forward for us, and now we just got to keep building from here.
Thanks, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Next, we'll go to Claudia.
Hey, Ty. Rondo and Cousins did well off the bench. How much did you miss the rest of the bench help tonight?
Well, I didn't think, Terrence was able to get into a good flow. He's been playing good for us off the bench. When guys are back healthy and, we got a lot of our guys back, his minutes could be sporadic, but like I said, Rondo and Cousins was great. Everybody else couldn't seem to find a rhythm. And like I said, different rotations. Kawhi, with his minute situation, instead of playing the whole first quarter, now we got him playing 7 minutes. He's coming back with the second unit, and usually it's PG in the second unit. So just trying to figure out those little small details and what to run and what plays work for that unit with Kawhi being in it. So like I said, it's just good for us to see different lineups and different situations and just kind of grow from there.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll go to Mason.
Hey, Ty. What's your communication like with PG when he's having a bit of an off night like tonight? Is it sort of, because to his credit, it seems like it doesn't stop him from taking the shots he normally takes. Is that something that's just instilled in him, or is that a communication with you guys?
Yeah, he's an all-star, a perennial all-star. So, we want him to still be aggressive, just let him know when teams are trying to load up and take him out to play. But he has to keep shooting. He has to keep looking to score the basketball. And, tough shooting night for him. But, I thought he got some good shots. A few of his looks, that we would like to, he would like to have back. But, 5 for 21 is a good sign, because when he's missing, that means he's not afraid to keep shooting. So we're going to need that for him going down the stretch.
Thanks. We have one last hand up. Go ahead, Manuel.
Hey, coach, here from Argentina. Which aspect of the game do you think that you'll need to improve the most for the rest of the season and the playoffs?
Right now, I think both sides of the ball. I think defensively, the last 10, or this is 11, hasn't been so sharp for us. But, overall, like I said, getting guys back with different rotations and, guys playing with different guys, that's to be expected. So, these next 7 games, we just got to, get our rotations down and, understand what we're trying to do with both units and just kind of go from there. So right now, with everybody getting healthy, I would say both sides of the basketball, not just one.
Thanks, Coach. We'll let you go. Have a good night. All right. First question will come from Cam.
Hey, Kawhi, welcome back, man. How you feeling? And then talk about how you kind of feel when you was out kind of watching your team play over the last couple of weeks.
It felt good tonight. They did a great job, while I was out. They won a lot of games. They fought every night. You could see us just getting better out there.
And then as for you over the last couple of weeks, kind of what was your process just to kind of study and watch the guys? Were you giving advice from the sidelines? Kind of what was that process, and how did you keep your head into the game?
Just, making sure I'm watching plays, knowing, what our scout is, seeing what we're doing with our team concept. So just trying to stay engaged, involved. Obviously, talking to the guys, seeing what I'm seeing on the floor, trying to help them out. But just pretty much watching the game, try to stay engaged, putting myself in, situations and different spots on the floor.
Thanks, Chief.
Thanks. We'll go next to Law.
Hey, Kawhi, good to see you again. So last month when you came back and played against the Timberwolves, we didn't get to speak to you. And now after the second absence, just wanted to know from you, like, what the difference was between coming back tonight and coming back in that first Timberwolves game, since you wound up missing a lot more time after the Timberwolves game.
The difference between what?
How you're feeling and how this game went tonight compared to how your first return went against the Timberwolves.
It was better tonight. Obviously, I got to play in the fourth quarter the other night. It was kind of like a blowout, I believe. But I'm feeling good. We took the proper steps to get me right, to make sure, nothing significant is wrong with me. Like I said, I feel good back playing. So, hopefully we could just keep moving up from here.
Thanks. We'll go next to Ohm.
Hey, Kawhi. Good seeing you again, man. Is this something that you think you might have to play with this season? I know you're saying you're feeling good and you hope it improves, but is this something that you think you might have to play through?
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing it. It's not something that just occurred after the last game, but I'll be all right. I've been through situations like this before.
Thanks.
We'll go next to Claudia.
Hey, Kawhi, Rondo was hot tonight and Cousins did very well in the four. How important will they be for this final games?
The final game?
This last games coming up. Yeah.
I mean, they're vets. They've been there before. The Cousins 2010 guy for several years. So I mean, he showed it tonight. He got in, he made plays, made big shots. So I mean, we need everybody if we want to win. And those two have been contributing great.
Thank you.
We have time for two more. We'll go Tomer and then Andrew. Go ahead, Tomer.
Hey, Kawhi, good to see you. I'm just curious, all things considered, with about 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks left in the season, do you feel like you guys have enough time to gel on the court together, considering guys are still out?
Yeah. I'm back. We're just gonna have to do what we have. We won games before, so we just got to keep this rolling and see the adjustments and the players are going to play in certain situations to help us win games.
Is it as simple as just winning games, or is there something you need to see over the next couple of weeks to give you like a sigh of relief going into the playoffs?
I mean, it definitely starts with winning, but we want to gel as a team. Knowing spots to go to when defenses are playing in certain ways, reading the offenses, reading the offense when we're on defense. Knowing who the key guys are, knowing what plays they're running, and just pretty much just trying to gel on that and just communicating and making sure that all five see it on the floor and everybody that's on the bench sees it as well. We, like I said before, it's going to take everybody to, get to our ultimate goal.
Thanks.
Thanks. Go ahead, Andrew.
Kawhi, I'm guessing you could have had the opportunity to stay back here in Southern California and rehab if you'd wanted during the road trip. But why did you want to go? What did you feel like what you were able to accomplish in terms of that gelling you're talking about, keeping, even though you're out, being able to make some progress with communication and whatnot?
Just making sure the team see my face, and I want to be at those games, watching them, knowing what the game plan is, hearing the coaches, hearing my teammates, seeing the process of, going to shoot around, getting ready to, go back to the hotel, come back to the arena, get ready for the game, just everything. Just wanted to, still, be in that motion, be in that rhythm, and, most importantly, letting guys know that I'm here and, just let them hear my voice and see my face.
Thanks.
Thanks, Kawhi. Have a good night.
Hey, PG. You guys are almost certainly going to have home court advantage in the first round, but these next 7 games or so are going to determine for how long you guys have home court advantage should you advance. How much do you personally value having those extra games at home, being able to sleep in your own bed for a couple extra nights in the postseason, and how much do you think the team values that as well?
We value that a lot. That's ultimately what we want. We want to finish strong and move up in the seeding. So that is the case going down the stretch.
Thanks. We'll go next to Tomer.
Hey, PG. What is it about the Nuggets specifically that makes this matchup? Like, I want a player's perspective on this. What makes him such a hard matchup?
The Joker. The Joker's ability to score, play make. He just changes the game, and he's just been a tough cover for us.
Zoo has done a pretty good job on them dating back to the playoffs, but is it just as much as he's just a really good player?
Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. You know, he's a good player. He demands double teams. He demands a rotation. You know, and he's been great moving the ball and finding the weak side, finding the open man.
Thanks.
Thanks. We'll go next to Law.
Hey, Paul, staying on the Nuggets and the tough matchup aspect of it, but going to the other side of the ball, like Ty Lue gave you credit for continuing to take shots, take 21 shots, even though it wasn't a great scoring night for you. What makes it challenging to finish inside against this team, especially considering last month there was some of the same struggles finishing good shots in the paint?
I mean, I got a lot of great looks. A lot of my shots were in and out. I would say I missed a good, at least 8 to 10 rimmed in and out. It was just a tough struggling night for me. I love the shots. I love the looks that I got. I was going to continue to be aggressive because of the in and outs. You know, I thought at some point I was going to be able to lock in and find a rhythm. But again, they just, you know, a lot of them were in and out. Couldn't find the bottom of the basket.
And also, it seemed like there was a point in that third quarter after you guys had your final lead that Facu Campazzo started to he basically induced that flagrant foul. What was the challenge of just kind of getting over his antics tonight?
It wasn't no challenge. It wasn't no challenge. Guys like him got to find a way to, you know, leave their imprint on the game.
Next, we'll go to Miriam.
Hey, Paul, just wanted to ask, what does it mean to you what's it like to have Kawhi back for you? Like, what's that mean for you out there? And then also, what did you see from him while he was out? Obviously, he came on the road trips with you guys and stayed engaged.
I mean, it was great. It was great to share the floor again with him. It was great to play with him again. You know, he's gonna find his rhythm. You know, I thought, you know, he looked good tonight. He got to his shots, got to his spots. He played. He was himself. You know, so hopefully we can continue to, you know, keep him healthy. But you know, he's going to be better and better. He's going to get better and better. That's just who Kawhi is. But it was great, you know, to be out there with him again.
Thanks. We have time for one more. Go ahead, Cam.
Hey, PG. I want to ask your opinion on you guys kind of working, or Todd mentioned tinkering with the lineup and getting guys in rhythm, getting guys playing time. What's your thoughts on this getting guys in the rhythm and playing with the different lineups? How challenging is that, and especially as you prepare for the playoffs? Do you find that challenging at all, or what's your thoughts on the whole process?
It's, you know, it's not everything, but it's got a bit of a challenge to it. Just when you get a chemistry, when you get a flow going, you start to play really good basketball. Everybody is dialed in. They know their role. And then roles change when someone goes out or someone goes down. Somebody, you know, everybody collectively have to take a little bit more, put a little bit more on their plate. You know, so the game changes, you know, a little bit. And so it is tough, you know, in certain parts of the season. Again, when we're rolling, we're playing good. You know, but again, injuries is part of the game, and we always got to be ready. I thought we've done a great job of being ready and having that next man up mentality, but you know, it is tough. You know, every team goes through it, and you know, it's just about finding a way to, you know, keep playing at a high level until you can get back healthy.
Yeah, you guys generally have done a pretty good job rotating different people in the lineup, but I'm just saying, getting to the playoffs where you're still kind of tinkering with it, it kind of has a sense of what happened last year. You guys were kind of doing the same thing last year. Obviously, this is a complete different season, but it has that same feel, does it not? Or am I looking too deep into that?
Yeah, I think you're looking too deep into it. I think the good thing about this is, you know, for the most part, a good group of this team has been together for a little bit. So, you know, it's the difference is we're integrating maybe one guy into a lineup or two guys the most into a lineup. at a time. And so, majority of this group has been here. We've been playing with each other. So it's just more so about, whoever is integrated, we're getting them up to speed and getting them comfortable playing with that group.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Paul. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys.